Good evening. Today, first I want to solve some problems in the exercise number 1.1. Not all, few problems I'm going to work out. Those problems already I have given you with the solutions. Even then, I want to work out briefly only few problems which are different. Later on, I am going to see the last but one part, nth term of an arithmetic progression. Before going to see the arithmetic progression nth term, so first I want to see only few problems which you see in the exercise 1.1, in which I want to take different problems that you can understand. So now, in the first part of that exercise 1.1, in the situation, we have to see there, and the terms, I mean the numbers, the list of the numbers which they give, and that is an AP or not. Only question is, you have to see that the list of the numbers given, we have to see AP or not. So out of which you see the first, whether this is AP or not. Look this, the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is 15 for the first kilometer and Rs 8 for each additional kilometer. So here one situation is given. The numbers given here indirectly in terms of taxi fare. So what the taxi fare after each kilometer? See, each kilometer it is changing. And here when the fare is 15, first kilometer is 15. The taxi fare, what you say? First kilometer, it is how much? Rs 15. Next you see that, and Rs 8 for each additional kilometer. And definitely you can see that when you go for the second kilometer, you can see that, and you have to see that what is the cost of taxi fare, that you have to understand. So here you have to see that the starting, the first kilometer, always 15 is fixed. Next successively per kilometer 8 rupees is changing. So second kilometer, this is Rs 15 plus 8, that is nothing but Rs 23. I hope first kilometer 15, second kilometer 23. But again third kilometer you see, third kilometer, this is again 8 kilometer, 15, this is second kilometer is 23 plus 8. This you see. Second kilometer is 23, that already you have got it. And there you have to see that when 8 is added, then you have to see that 31, Rs 31. So in order to find out the given list of numbers or terms, AP or not, three terms are, that is consecutive three terms are necessary. Consecutive means continuous three terms are necessary. So 15, 23, 31. So here the numbers or the terms are what you see, 15, 23, 31. So you can continue. So now you have to see whether it is AP or not. To check up AP, then you see that A2 minus A1 formula is there, you know. A2 minus A1. A2 means 23 minus 15. And here A3 minus A2. See, A3 minus, and this is A3 is how much? So you have to go for taking that third, 31 minus 23. See what happens? Look this, 23, 15. And if you go for 5, it comes what? That is nothing but 8. Then what is this? What is you are getting? Here 8. So here you see 31 minus 23. So here also you will get 8, and here you have to understand here 0. So here also 8. So this common difference here, what? Here common difference here D is 8, which is same. Which is same. So what is the conclusion? Therefore, the given list of numbers form an AP. Yes, this is the answer. So accordingly the situation, you have to write it, that list of numbers, whether it is AP or not, and you have to see that common difference. That is here common difference, how you have got it. If that common difference is different, then definitely you have to see that is not an AP. So here in this problem you have understood that this taxi fare what we have seen, and this is an AP. So similarly we will see that different situations in which you have to see that whether that list of numbers form an AP or not. So second situation I want to see this. Generally what we can see that what is a second situation, that is Roman number 2. The amount of air present in a cylinder. See the amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump, you have to understand that vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the remaining in the cylinder, see cylinder at a time. See in this situation you see how you find the numbers, and accordingly you can see that whether this forms an AP or not. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the remaining in the cylinder at a time. So here you have to understand that, say first time you can see that what is the air. Accordingly you can see that a different situation you can go for it, and you may answer what that initially it is V, because here you see that volume. But I say that easy going, that in the beginning you say that 1 unit, if you say it is, instead of taking V is the volume, I want to take 1 unit. You get unit means it is cubic centimeter, whatever else. So that you have to go for let that initial amount. What you say? Let the initial amount of air. So you have to see in the beginning how much of air is I have to consider. That why initial amount of air present in the cylinder. You have to go for, already I told you that 1 unit. Try to understand 1 unit I have considered. But some may use V, they can tell. Instead of writing 1 unit, you can say 1 unit or V you can say. But here you have to see, it is a beginning when that vacuum pump removes the air, and it is a beginning you have to say that 1 unit, and you have to apply that removing air, and accordingly you have to see the what number you will find. See that in the cylinder that amount of air is, you consider 1 unit V, and or instead of V I have taken that 1 unit I have taken. So for when you are taking 1/4 of, and here you see that the pump removes 1/4 of the remaining. So it is the remaining air, 1/4 of this you have to remove the air using the vacuum pump. So for first time what happened to see, you write on the sign, first time you see that 1/4 is removed, 1/4 of the air is, first time 1/4 of the air. What is the air there? 1 unit I have told. And here you have to see that basically how much is there? 1 unit. And what is the 1/4 of 1 means? 1/4 only. So what you say, this is taking the LCM is 4, 3/4. See, first time what happens? 3/4, that amount of air are balancing there. So here next again you have to apply, again 1/4 only. So you have to see that basically that amount of air is remaining 3/4, and accordingly you can see that the remaining air in the cylinder. So first time 1/4 of air if you go for it, and 1/4 of air is removed, 1/4 of you have see, first time 1/4 of air is removed, and the remaining air is equal to, first time 1/4 of air is removed, the remaining air equal to how much? The remaining air in the cylinder, how much? You can see that 1 minus 1/4, 3/4. And now again you have to say 1/4 of the remaining, that is time, second time. First time it is happened, second time what is the 1/4 of 3/4 is remained, 1/4 of this is to be removed, and you can understand that how it is done. So second time 1/4 of remaining, 1/4 of remaining, you have to see that air is removed, and what is the balance you have to calculate, and remaining air is equal to, what is the balance is there? 3/4 is already there. How much it is? 1/4 of the remaining. That basically when you go for second time 3/4 is there, but 1/4 of the remaining. See, this is 1/4 of the remaining. So 3/4 minus 3/16, and you have to go for what is a simplification accordingly like that. What is the simplification here? 16, 4 2s are 3 square 9, and 3 3 9 9 3. You have to see, go for how it is simplifying the result like this, and accordingly you can go for writing the result. So when you see this result, and that LCM is 16, 4 4s are 16, and you have to see that this is 1, 3 4s are how much it is, and you see 3 3 4s are, you have to go for final simplification, you will get it 6, what do you say, 9, you will get it 9/16, we will see that. Try to understand, LCM is 16, 4 4s are 16, we write, and simplify. And when you go for a third time, when you see that, third time, only 3 times you have to go for, like that. Third time you see that 1/4 of air is removed, what you say, and result you can go for third time 1/4 of the remaining air is removed. And here you have to see that the remaining air, is equal to The remaining is equal to what? What is a 9 by 16 already there? So 1/4 of remaining. Remaining is 9 by 16. So here you have to see that the simplification. Here you see that 27 by 16, and you see the LCM 16 6 4, and you see that 27 by 64, and you have to see that the remaining area is like, it can be continued like this, but you see that only 3 are more than enough. So which are the numbers here? You see the numbers are, and we get the numbers. Which are the numbers? You tell me now. Which are the numbers? First time, how much you have got? You see the first one is, first time, what is the number you have got? 3 by 4. And second time, how much you have got? Second time, you see 9 by 16. And third time, 27 by 64. And you can continue like this. And here you can see that, and definitely that common difference. If you go for this minus this and this minus this, whether it is same or not, and you try to understand the common difference is not same. This minus this is not equal to, here you do it afterwards, a2 minus a1 is not equal to a3 minus a2. Means that common difference is not same, and therefore you can say this is not AP. I hope you have understood that why it is not AP. Means that common difference is not same. So this is the situation. Accordingly, the situation we have to go for finding whether the list of numbers we get it to accordingly the situation whether AP or not. So now similarly, third problem, you see that how you can find this. And here the situation is different. According to the situation only you have to go for. I am explaining only how you can find the results thoroughly in this case. See, the third situation is what? What is the third situation? The cost of digging well. I think you see the notes there already. I have given you the cost of digging a well. See, the cost of digging a well, and accordingly we have to go for well after every meter of digging when it costs Rs 150 for the first meter, and rises by Rs 50 for each subsequent meters. See the situation how it is. The digging of well. See, we have to understand the problem properly, that what given here. The cost of digging a well after every meter of digging when it costs Rs 150 for the first meter and rises by Rs 50 for each subsequent means later meters, that is 50. So you tell me that what is the cost for the first meter. You have to see that digging for the first time. You see shortcut I am writing, digging for, see you have to see that first meter is digging for first meter. Look here, the cost of digging for first meter, you understand, the cost of digging for first meter, the cost of digging a well after every meter of digging when it costs Rs 50 for the first meter. So for the first meter, what is the cost here? Rs, how much it is given? 150. First meter it is 150. Now you see that second meter. Second, digging this. Second meter, how much it is? RS 150 and rises, look this, and rises by RS 150 for each subsequent, means how much it is? 50 plus 50. So what is this? RS 200. It is 150. For the second meter it is 200. Suppose if you go for a third meter you see, third meter is equal to RS. Second meter is already 200 and again it is 50. So this is RS 250. So now you can see that the numbers, what you find here, whether they form an AP or not, that you have to see. And accordingly you can understand the AP or not. See, the numbers are what here? The numbers are, first one is 150, second one is 200, third one is 250, continue. And whether you see that common difference is same or not, and here you see that common difference. Look here, common difference, D is equal to A2 minus A1, A2 200 minus 150 is again D is equal to A3 minus A2, 250 minus, what you say, 250 minus 200. Whether it is same or not, and you will get it that here is also 50 and here is also 50. So the common difference is same. When the common difference is same and this is an AP. Try to understand here, when you go for the common difference, you see that if the common difference is same and the numbers form an AP, otherwise not. So similarly, one more typical problem I want to see that in this exercise, how we say that the numbers form an AP or not. The rest other problems are simple and that's not difficult matter, but now you see that these examples which I am taking here in this exercise, problem number 4, it is somewhat different. What? The amount of money, you see, the amount of money in the account, see, every year when RS 10,000 is deposited at compound interest at at 8% per annum. See here, what is the situation you will understand here, and accordingly we can find out the result here. The amount of money in the account every year when 10,000 is deposited, 10,000 means principal amount, at the compound interest of 8%. So what will be the first month amount? What will be the second, every year, first year, second year, third year, because per annum is there. So accordingly you can understand that. So now one formula is there. What is the formula? Look, is the formula for finding compound interest. This is the formula, you know, is given by, what is the formula? You see this? That is P into bracket 1 plus R by 100 bracket raised to N. So this is the formula you have to understand. This formula and formula finding compound formula, this given by, you see, given by A equal to, that is amount totally deposited, in the account. Formula for finding the compound interest is given by the formula A equal to, that is total amount, P is the principal amount, R is the interest, N is the number of years. This is the formula we use. Using this formula, we have to see that what is the amount in the account changing per year. That is the question now. And whether that is AP or not. Formula for finding compound interest is given by this formula A equal to P. P is the principal amount, you will understand. R is the rate of interest. And N is the which year, first year or second year, it is like that. So that amount of money in the every year you have to see that. Accordingly you can see that. Directly I want to write. I don't want to write the first year. First year N equal to 1, second year N equal to 2, third year N equal to 3. Only 3 numbers you want. So here you see that directly amount of money in the account every year. Directly I am every year. Amount of money in the account every year you have to see that number I am writing. First year what happens? Look this, P into bracket 1 plus R means 8 by 100 raised to 1. It is the first year. Rate of interest is 8. And the second year is, and the principal amount is 10,000. What do you say? 10,000. Second year 10,000 into bracket 1 plus 8 by 100 raised to, this is 2. And third year again 10,000 into bracket 1 plus 8 by 100 raised to 3. Yes. Now you simplify the numbers. This and this. You can simplify. How you simplifying? You are seeing that 8 by 100, taking 108 divided by 100. You have to simplify and cancelling, you will find the result. And here you have to see that A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. And here you have to see that common difference is not same. Here D is not same. When D is not same, then what is the conclusion here? You can see that this is not an AP. This is not an AP. I hope you understood the plan of writing. That this is the formula for finding the compound interest. A is the amount in the account, and accordingly you can see that. Only direct what I have written, this simplification you write here, this simplification you write. What happens here? 108 or 100 square, and you can simplify, right? But when you go for this A1, A2, A3, see that A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2, and here D is not the same, and this is not forming arithmetic progression. These are the situations you have seen in 4 examples, and remember how we have to see that. But next problems in this exercise, see that how we find the common difference first, and in each case I want to go for only two problems, and the next I go for the next part of this topic. First, in the second problem, you see that so many problems are there here. In the second, I want to take at least 1 or 2. Write, you see, 4 terms. Write 4 terms of the AP. Write the 4 terms of the AP. When the first term is A, and a common difference is D. So here are given as follows. Only I want to take 2 problems. First you see that. What is this? Write the terms of the AP when the first term is A and common difference is D are given. It means A and D are given. then you have to write not all terms of AP. You have to find out only what 4 terms of AP you have to find out. So what is the first question is, A is given, what? 10. D is 10. So here you have to understand that when you go for writing, that already we have discussed, A1, you see A2, A3, first term, second term, third term, and A4, or sometimes T1, T2, T3, T4. So T1, T2, T3 also the terms of an AP. But here you go for either A1, A2, A3, A4, and or T1, T2, T3, T4. Suppose I want to go for only the first 2 terms. What is the first term? First term is what? You have to see that result you have to see. What is the formula for that? Accordingly you can see the result. So what we want to tell, only the 4 terms you have to find out, and accordingly you see the result. So that general AP is given by, what is the general AP? What formula is there? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 terms we require. And try to understand that instead of writing A1, A2, we can write like this. Why I have written only? Because the question is only first 4 terms. And this implies, what is the first term is 10. Second term is A, what is 10 plus 10. And third one is 10 plus 2 into 10. And third one is 10 plus 3 into 10. And yes, continue. Look, this gives 10, 20. See, 20 plus is 30, and 3 it is 40. Yes. And you can see that the 4 terms are like this. But instead, you may go for not writing entire AP. You have to go for a shortcut, only first 2 terms which are possible. So that first term, what? T1 is equal to A, that is 10. And similarly, second term, what? A plus D, that means 10 plus 10, it is 20. And third term, A plus 2D, 10 plus 2 into you have to see that 10, this becomes 30. And fourth term is A plus 3D, that is 10 plus 3 into 10, this is 40. So, and here 10, 20, 30, 40 are the 4 terms. And you go for that general AP is given by the formula A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. Yes, in which you have written that first term, second term, and third term, and fourth term. So this is the case in which how we have to find out the first 4 terms. So one more problem I am giving you in this case, and similarly you can do the others. So when you understand that second problem and see the situation, what value of A and what value of B, you can work out all the problems according to your convenience, but I am explaining how we see the results, and that is, I don't want to take directly the last one, that is the 5th one I want to take. So what is the 5th one? A is equal to, and here you see that minus 1.25, and D is equal to minus 0.25. See, this is the value of this, and try to understand general AP. General AP is what? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. Yes, now you try to understand first term. First term is or A1, A2, A3, A4 you can show. Instead of writing, previously I told T1, you may go for A1. A1 is A, that is nothing but minus 1.25. Yes, first term is minus 1, because we want to see that only how many terms here we have to find out. Only 4 terms. And the second term is A2. A2 is what? A plus D. A is how much? Minus 1.25 plus D is, and D is, look this, we have to add it, this, what you say, minus 0.25. See, minus 1.25 and minus 1.25. You have to see that what is the result you can find out here. Minus 1.25 and minus 0.25. And here you have to see that what is the result you can see. And when you go for writing these results, and accordingly you can see that A3, A plus 2D, and last one is 1, 2, 3, and A4, A plus 3D. A means already minus 125 plus, and 2 into that is minus 0.25 is equal to. So here you have to see that result when you are finding this 3 into, and you have to simplify the result. What we find here, here and here, all are the terms of an AP, and when you go for writing this, and accordingly the result you can see. So A plus D, and A plus D is nothing but, you see that minus 1.25, you can add it, minus 1.25 and minus 0.25, and what is the result here? And here you have to see that minus 150. So what you see this minus 150, you will see that second one is. I hope you have understood that how you have got minus 150. And the third one, you see this, third one is what? Again minus 125 plus 2 into minus 0.5. See this? And you can understand what you can understand, minus 125. See how much it is multiplying? 25 into 5 into 50, minus 50. And here you see minus, you can see 50, and what you will find? Minus 175. You will see that minus 1.75. So here you will understand that. Similarly, you can go for this 3D. Here you write 3, and try to understand here minus 1.25, and you have to add this. You will get 75 minus 0.75. See, and you can understand that 10 and minus 2.00, minus 2.0. So here you will see that the result, and these 4 forms, the 4 numbers, which are the 4 numbers? Minus 125, minus 150, minus 175, minus 2. Of course, these numbers form an AP, but the question is that to find out the 4 numbers of an AP. This is a way that we can see in the problem. When A given and D given, how to find out the first 4 terms that we have understood. Once again, I tell you, you have to find out the number of terms asked in the problem. And similarly, you go for all other problems in this second part. Now, I want to see the third part. There are 11 problems. How many problems are there? Totally, how many problems? You can see that finally is that 15 problems are there. Out of 15, only 2-3 problems we can see. Very easy, simple. What? Question is, the third question you understand that for the following, because this question is important first, for the following AP's arithmetic progressions, write the first term. Question is, write the first term and the common difference, and the common difference. Question is same. And here I tell you the first problem is what? For the following APs, AP is given here. What is AP? 3, 1, minus 1, minus 3. Look this, for the following AP. And here one thing you remember, you are not going to check whether it is AP or not. Why? Because it is given the following is AP. Sometimes what happens, first you see whether it is AP or not. If AP, so then you find out A and D. But here for the following APs, write the first term and the common difference. So what is the first formula is that, which is the first term? It is very easy. The first term is D and what is first term is what? 3. And common difference, look this, common difference. And here you would see that A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2. However, you can see that the result. So any term minus previous term. What is the formula here? Any term minus preceding term, you can see, preceding term. This is the formula. And D is equal to any term you can take first, any term not the first, any term minus 1 minus 3. How much you will see that? 1 minus 3 is how much? We will get it minus 2. And the answer is over here. But the question is that why you have taken 1 minus 3? You see that even you can see D equal to minus of minus 1, here also minus 2, and only 1 is sufficient. But more in general, if you want to go for a shortcut method, you see that A2 minus A1. What is A2? 1 minus 3. This is minus 2. Or sometimes T2 minus T1. Whichever you take. Don't go for a. Why you are not checking for this minus this minus this? When it is an AP given, you need not check. Directly you have to find out any, and don't think that always this minus this. You may take this minus this, you may take this, whichever that is ticking, that is final, that is important. So in the same way, there are 15 problems are there. I want to take at least 4 or 5 problems which are commonly facing the difficulties. So second problem is that you see that, and look this, second, minus 5, minus 1, 3, 7. What is the first term? Shortcut I do it. First term is minus 5, and common difference is, see that A2 minus A1, A2 minus of minus 5. Then minus 1 plus 5. What is the answer here? You have to see directly. The answer is 4. You can go for. Not necessarily. And I don't want to go for the third one. You can go for the next. And I want to take directly the last one. Sixth one you have to see. Sixth one is what? 0.6, 1.7, 2.8. 3.9. See here also, don't see that A is 0.6 and D is equal to 1.5 minus 6. So D equal to, you have to try to understand, 1.7 minus 0.6. So 1, you have to go for taking, that comes 1.1. So the common difference is 1.1. And here you need not write the formula A2 minus A1 or T2 minus T1. So even then you can understand how to find out the problems. So this is the end of the fourth one. Now you third one, you will see that one more fourth, and thereby you can see how to see the answer. What is the fourth one you see now here? That fourth one you check up. Which of the following, very important. Which of the following are APs, and if they form AP, find the common difference and write 3 more terms. 3 more terms. See, the question is only one problem I explain. So similarly you can do it all. What is this first problem? Look once again. Which of the following are APs? Yes. First you see whether it is AP or not. If AP, then you have to go for finding common difference and then 3 terms. If the given list of numbers not AP, no question of finding D, and no question of saying first term, no question of writing 3 terms. If AP, then only everything is possible. Let us say this first example, how you can understand how it is possible. Look this, 2, 4, 8, 16. First you see whether it is AP or not. Yes, to check up AP, only see that common difference. First term is already there. So what is first? What is a common difference? D is equal to, and see this. You look here, A2 minus A1, and you see this A2 minus means 4 minus 2, that is 2, and D equal to A3 minus A2, 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 is how much? This is 4. And here you see that how you will get said that, and A3 minus A2. But don't go for again what? 1, 2, 3, 4. A4 minus A3, don't go for why? If it is common, you have to go. If not common, you need not go for, because already understood that this common difference is not same. So this is not an AP. There is no question of finding the 3 terms. If they form AP, these numbers are not forming AP. And here you see that these numbers does not form AP. And you have to say that next 3 numbers not necessary. Make it clear that if common difference is same, then only you have to go for finding the 3 numbers, taking the another consecutive numbers. So these numbers are not forming AP. So this is a problem with first one. Like that you have to see all other problems and possible or not. And see this next one is simple. First I consider 2, 5 by 2, 3, 7 by 2. First whether it is forming an AP or not. Look this first. Don't go for the first or not necessary. A2 minus A1, 5 by 2 minus 2. What is the LCM? Here is 2 and 5 minus 4 is 1 by 2. And next what? A3 minus A2, 3 minus 5 by 2. What is the LCM? 2. And here is 2. 6 minus 5. What is this? This is 1 upon 2. Next, here 1 upon 2, that is common difference same. So go for A4 minus A3, 7 by 2 minus 3. See the LCM and 6. This is also 1 upon 2. And that common difference is same. Therefore, D is 1 upon 2, and which is common. And therefore, and these numbers form an AP, you can say. And definitely you have to see that it is an AP. Hence it is an AP. If it is AP, 3 numbers you have to find out. How to find out 3 numbers? Here already that 2 is there, 5 by 2 is there, 3 is there, 7 by 2. Next 3 numbers you have to find out. And that is important case. So what is the common difference? Is 1 upon 2. Next number is 7 by 2 and here plus 1 upon 2. What is this? And here 8 by 2. 8 by 2 means how much? 4. The next, hence the next 3 numbers are, first one is how much? 4. I hope you understood how you are writing this 4. Next, again 4 plus 1 upon 2. What is this? And here, here's 2. 8, 9 by 2. So second number is 9 by 2. So next number you have to find out. 9 by 2 plus 1 upon 2. What is this? 2 and 10, and this becomes 5. So next three numbers, how you have written, that you can understand. That next three numbers are 4, 9 by 5, 5. So this is the case. Now I want to take directly the last, and accordingly you can see the result. So this is the only the case in this exercise, that first you see that whether it is AP or not. If AP, and you have to find out the common difference. Once you find the common difference, and you can see the result, that how we check the next three numbers. So now the last problem, 15th problem I am taking here. See that in the textbook, that's 15th. See here, 1 square, 5 square, 7 square, 73. This is the last problem. Why I am taking the last? I want to go for a decreasing order. So don't think that last problem is very difficult and first problem is very simple. So all are based on the same principle to find out the result. The question is that whether it is an AP or not. First you see this is AP or not. So look this. In order to find out this result, in order to see that common difference, as already I have told you, first you write in the simplest form, and this list of numbers can be written as simple way you write 1, 25, 49, 73. Yes, correct or not? Instead of writing like that, you can write. Now ultimately you have to go for difference, that see A2 minus, now this is D, A2 minus A1, A2 means how much? See, I have to check it, A2 minus A1, 25 minus 1, how much it is? 24. And next what? A3 minus A2, 49 minus 25. Look this here, how you find out this 49 minus 25, you see 49 minus 25, and here you see this when you go for the result 9 minus 5, and it comes 4, and this again it is 24. And one more you have to check it, A4 minus A3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 73 minus 49. How much? Look this 73 minus 49. You have to see that this comes 1 and 7, 5, 2. Here also we will get 24. So this is an AP. Why this is an AP here? Because here the common difference. Here you have to see that common difference D is 24. And try to understand the next three numbers you have to write. And accordingly you have to write the result here. So this is an AP, and next three numbers are, yes, you try to understand 73. What is common difference? 23. So 73, you see that next number is 24 is added, and 97. I hope you understood that how you find the next numbers here. Next 97, again 24, and you have to see that 121. And 124, again 24. See that 5, 145. And here you see that how you have got the next three numbers. This policy is to be done in all the problems. And finally, I want to take one more problem that you can write the results. So here you have to see that the result is to be written. We have to see that last one problem I want to discuss, and rest of all the problems you can do at home. But problem is that you have to write in a particular way. The list should be written in the particular way, and accordingly you can write the result. So first you see that, and the problem I am writing here, only one problem here, last problem, that is 8th one. What is this? Root 3, root 6, and root 9, root 12. Yes, and here you can write how this can be determined. So you see that whether it is AP or not, and AP means you have to see that T2 minus T1, that is root 6 minus root 3. And what is the value of root 6 minus root 3? You cannot simplify root 6 minus root 3 only. And next you have to see T3 minus T1, that is root 9 minus root 6. So here is the different, both are not same here. And that is why if you go for root 9 minus it, maximum extent we can write like this. And here common difference is not same. Therefore, it is not an AP. When it is not an AP, then you need not go for finding the next three numbers. It is not possible. And one more is there, if you are facing difficulties, I want to write this and accordingly go for last problem here, because I want to close this. Root 2, this number is 7. Root 2, root 8, root 18, root 32. So how to find out this common difference? And these numbers and can be written accordingly, and we have to write the results here. So you tell me, these numbers can be, for your convenience, can be written how? As root 2 is root 2. Root 8, how you write it? Root 8 can be written as root 4 into 2. This is nothing but 2 root 2. So the next number is 2 root 2. And root 18 is nothing but root 9 into 2. This is 3 root 2. So you write 3 root 2. And next root 32. And you can write that here you have to see this 16. That is 16 into 2. And 16 into 2 means how much you can write it here? That is root 16, 4 root 2. And here you see that 4 root 2. Now you go for T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2. What is, now you tell me what is T2 minus T1? T2 is 2 root 2 minus root 2. How much you will get? Only root 2. Answer is common difference is root 2. You have got it. And here you have to see that the second T3 equal to 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. See, 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Again we will get root 2. And next what? T4 minus T3. 4 root 2 minus 3 root 2. What? How much you get? So common difference is root 2. And here you have to understand that therefore D is equal to root 2. And you can write the next three numbers easily, and accordingly you can write that. So the next three numbers you can write here. 4 root 2. What is the next? Root 2 is multiplied, and you will see the result. And 4 root 2 is here is there. When you root 2 is here, and root 2 into root is we have to go for adding, and accordingly you can find the results. So when you see this result here, after finding this case D, you can easily find out the next numbers taking the result. So I hope you understood all the problems in this arithmetic progression, how this can be done, and accordingly you can go for it. So the next case is problems are simple that you can do it, and you see that how you write it, and accordingly you can write. If you want to see that next numbers, next three numbers are, if you say next three numbers are, what is this last number is root 32. Root 32, how you have written here root 32? Here 4 root 2. And you have to go for adding that root 2, and you see this 4 root 2 plus root 2, what we get? 5 root 2. 5 root 2, 5, if you go for inside, it becomes 50. First number is 50, you can write. And three numbers are I am writing. And next you see this root 50 root 50. Root 50 means 5 root 2 plus root 2. It is what? 6 root 2. 6 is 36 into 2. That 36 into 2 means how much you will get the answer next. Directly you can go for writing 72. And the next number is what you see, this 6 root 2. 6 root 2 plus root 2, that is 7 root 2. And 49 into 8 is 98. So root 50, root 78 and root 90 are the next 3 numbers. This is what I have completed, that exercise number 1.1. The rest of the problems already I have given the solutions and you can follow it and practice it. In the next class, I want to see that last but one, that is called nth term of an AP. Thank you.